Yes, we are back
Back again.
for another episode of the Ball and Knock podcast, and I am your host along with my co-host. I am Tete with my co-host being Dilford, and we are on episode 3 of the Ball and Knock
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
Yes, yes.
Please, folks, remember to like the video.
Sure.
We are
Uh-huh.
trying to grow this channel. And you know, we have to put it on the algorithm. We have to make YouTube see our face. You know, whether they think we're pretty, whether they think we're cute, whatever it is, we're trying to get out there
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
within this
Like the video,
space. So
people.
please like the video, subscribe, and let us get into it. Dilford, how you doing, my friend? How has it been? It's been a while. We
Wagwan.
keep
Wagwan.
we keep saying we're
Wagwan.
going to do this thing weekly, you know, and there's circumstances, and we always have missed a
Bro.
couple weeks. But we
Yeah.
promise, folks, we promise we're trying to get back on track, and we're going to try to get it
Yes.
in a more timely manner. But for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, how you doing, my friend? How you doing?
New manager get announced today, you know? Dutch players balling out. You can't complain, my boy,
I,
you know?
I,
How the gaffers, you know, them way they, bro. So, you know?
at least I
In
will say
general.
I don't know. I don't know if Slack been treat him like how Club treat him and play him all over the place except left wing. So make we see. Make we see.
Let's
Because
see,
he has
let's see.
been very
Because
good. Gakpo has been very good, I can't lie. But make we
but
see. Make we see.
competition hard still. Luis Diaz up on the wing there. Go on.
But you sure you want Luis Diaz continue?
Make we continue. Make we continue.
Alright, alright.
Make we continue. Make we continue. We
Alright.
can't
But
just stop at
alright,
him.
so
So. Mm-hmm.
speaking of a player in an international tournament,
Yeah. Come on.
Arsenal has been linked to a certain defender who was, and I'm telling you right now, Dilfred,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I am pleasantly surprised because Arsenal is not usually a team that would buy a player who has been starring in an international tournament. But this defender, Ricardo Califiori,
Mm-hmm.
seems to have sparked some interest amongst a lot of the big clubs, whether it be Liverpool. I heard we're linked to him at one point. Man
Yeah,
United threw their
yeah.
hat in the ring, but Chelsea was really trying to get him. But it seems
Uh-huh.
that my club has won the race to this defender. And I must say, from what I've seen from the couple of
Mm-hmm.
performances at Italy, this is a
Yeah.
very good player. A very, very good player
Yeah.
in my eyes.
I watch him for Bologna still. Remember I was telling you about Joshua Zirkzee, right?
Yes. Yes.
Joshua Zirkzee is the perfect player for the Arsenal system, but Ricardo Calafiori is good. Remember, I don't remember if Dragusin came from Bologna or Genoa, but
Mm,
Dragusin and Calafiori were the two better defenders in Serie A last season. Other
mm,
than the bigger names, they were the two better defenders. So
mm.
the hype, people saying they don't watch Serie A, but I watch Serie A weekly, and he's a good defender, bro. He's a good defender, but
So,
international wise, it just give everybody else more limelight towards
yes.
him. Yeah, but
Yes.
he's a good defender, bro. He can
So,
also play left back, which I think what Mikel will be doing next season is
mm,
doing the Pep Guardiola system where he has Nathan Ake, Akanji, Diaz, and Kyle Walker. Because if you check it out, Ben White and Kyle Walker basically depend on the same level. If Ben White is not better, because other than speed, Kyle Walker is stupid. We know this. So Ben White, then you have Saliba, which argue everybody say Virgil van Dijk is the best defender in the world. Not anymore, bro. Like he's good 1v1, but come on, dog.
mm,
William Saliba is the definition of a rose rice. You understand what I'm saying? Bro,
mm.
and then you have Gabriel, where I don't know how Mikel got the bozo gene out of him, which he had a mistake in him, let's be honest. And
I
then
mean,
you have
yeah,
Ricardo Calafiori. But what my main issue is, Arsenal didn't need another defender because your defense was the better part of your side last season. You
that
understand
is my
me? I
issue
would
as well.
be focusing on different areas, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Calafiori is a good defender, and I think it's a good deal. But
Okay.
let's just hope he doesn't turn out like Tomiyasu.
So, for me, I would hope so as well. But for me, when I look at players, right,
Mm.
and I think I'm going to try to adapt this, right?
Yeah.
It's easy to recognize a player's strengths, right?
Mm.
Because you can watch and you can it's easy to document what they're good at. But I'm not going to lie to anybody and tell them, say, I've seen this player week in, week out. I don't know much about this guy. I know you've watched a bit more of
Bologna,
Serie
yeah,
A.
Bologna.
Could you
Yeah,
tell me what you think his weaknesses are, right? So within our system, we know that
yeah.
Gabriel has had to do a lot of defensive work to cover for the left back on that side. And
Mm-hmm.
where I disagree with you and say, yes, as a defensive structure, we are solid. However,
Yeah.
remember that left back position has been a carousel. There have been multiple players in and out of that left back position. So now,
All
granted,
right.
everyone's saying that is
Uh-huh.
what Timber is for, right? And I'm saying, okay, while I understand that, Timber could also play right back and have competition for right back. Tomiyasu is supposed to be the Swiss Army
Uh-huh.
knife across all the back four, but I mean, Tomiyasu is made out of Shirley biscuits. That man is never fit. So if you ask
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
Califiori, since
Fair.
I've heard that
Yeah,
he had a major injury when he was younger, but he's
yeah.
played left back for a lot of his career as well as centre back, so he can play both positions. He can play left back in a back four, and he can play a centre back. And if we play as a back three, he can
He is
also
a
fill
centre
that
back.
role, and he
Yeah.
seems to be very comfortable on the ball. However, I can recognize his strengths, but you who have watched him, what do you say his weaknesses are?
Uh, Califiori's weakness, I would say, watching him week in week out is aerial duels. I think he's like 6'2" or 6'3", but aerial
Mm-hmm.
duels he gets beaten a lot. Remember, the Italian league is a lot more physical. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not as fast paced as the English league, but it's a lot more physical. So you have like taller strikers like Lukaku, for example, Vlahovic, Tabi Imram. You understand what I mean? So it's like aerial duels are a major problem. But qualities. This is what I think. Mikel Arteta kind of identify him as like a main target because remember, Tommy say your Swiss Army knife. You have Zinchenko, then you have Kieran Tierney, which them can't stay fit, and even if them stay fit, them can play to the level Mikel want. Now, in qualities now is similar to Ben White on the ball. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you look at the goal, for example, that he assisted to make Italy qualify in the 9 seconds of the game,
Mm-hmm.
where he assisted Zakani, right? He does this
Mm-hmm.
week in, week out for Bologna. Week in, week out, where he feeds it into Joshua Zirkzee, and Zirkzee just calmly touch it and just play it out to the wide areas where Roman Froela and all of these other players come into play. And that's what I'm saying. He does this on a weekly basis. But while playing left back, his weakest strength is speed and aerial duels. He will always lose those. But I don't think you have a problem with that, seeing how solid Gabriel and Saliba is. But going forward with the ball, he's very competent with the ball and actually dictating how the defense line operates. Meaning, say, all right, say like, like how Saka always take the touch inside and then Ben White overlaps.
Mm-hmm.
Then the back three, all right. So Merino did describe it best like a couple of years ago. Arsenal
Mm-hmm.
attack with a 3 and defend with a 4. So
Yeah.
say Ben White goes, Califiori he can also go, but I believe that what Mikel Arteta wants to do is turn it into a 3, because if you have a back three, then of Califiori, Gabriel, and Saliba,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think you have a hard time beating that defense line, honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because again, we've spoken about
Mm-hmm.
our defensive structure being one of the strongest, and I believe it was the strongest in the Premier League. However, if you look at the breakdown of the goals that we considered, a lot of it came down the left side. Whether we had Kivior, who I'm not gonna lie, he played well towards the end of the season, and
Yeah.
but he had moments where he got skinned. Now
The
I
Moses
don't
did.
know how much of a defender, how much better of a defender that Califiori is
No, way better.
and
Way better.
Kivior.
Way better.
Oh,
Way
then
better.
then 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 I'm happy because I know what he has going forward, which I think can only help the left side with
All right.
Martinelli and
I'm
whoever
I'm a,
decides to play in the LCM. But yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna be a devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
During Timber, I think Mikel Arteta will be moving him into the midfield. During Timber, ever since he came back from his injury, the U23 games, if everybody like tune into the highlights, During Timber has not been playing in the defense line for the
Yes,
U23s ever since he
I've
came
seen
back.
it.
He's been
Yes, I've
playing
seen it.
CM, CAM, LM, RM. You understand what I'm saying? So he's
Mm-hmm.
moving. And he's so competent on the ball because his twin brother, he and his twin brother came to Ajax playing in the midfield. He
Yeah.
wasn't naturally a centre back. I think Eric Ten Hag turned him into a centre back because Eric Ten Hag like ball playing centre back because look at
Mm-hmm.
Martinez. But
Yep.
he's competent enough to play midfield. So I think
Yep.
Mikel Arteta will be tweaking with that a little bit. But Califiori is a great signing, bro. I can't go around it, but I can't help the feeling that you guys should have spent that money elsewhere on a striker. Honestly,
So,
I don't doubt the abilities of Kai Havertz because I
mhm.
think he's been getting scapegoated in the Euros because I seen him do some things where that's not the natural Kai Havertz. I think you guys are getting back the Leverkusen Kai Havertz, but is that enough to catch up with Manchester City though? That's the thing.
So what I'm thinking with and that's a decent segue into the next topic of what Arsenal must do to catch Man City.
Yeah,
And what I'm thinking is I believe when it comes to the striker,
yeah,
and this could be a detriment or it could be a strength to Mikel Arteta, is I don't think he will be rushed into a signing for an attacking player. If he does not believe that that striker 100% fits what he wants to do, him not buy them.
mm,
I'm not gonna buy them. And
okay,
I've seen that he would rather
mm,
pay for a short-term plan of a cheap plan than go for a big name, right? That everybody think is a surety and him not believe it's sure, right? Because if you look at
yeah,
the big money that we spent, they're not on players except Declan Rice, of course, but they're not on players that everybody would say, yes, this guy is a surety. Because nobody was saying go get Kai Havertz. And
nobody
look
was
him,
saying that.
and nobody was saying go get Ben White. Nobody was saying
Right.
go get Raya. Nobody was saying go get Ramsdale. A lot of the
Yep.
a lot of the targets that he went for substantial or a decent amount of money. One would say
Mm-hmm.
that if you're spending that much money, the player would have to do well. A lot of
Yeah.
them are actually, I would say, you can give it a percentage, maybe 80% of them. Many people are saying, why are you going for them? Why not go for somebody else? So
With more
what I'm
experience,
looking
yeah.
at, and exact more experience are in the eyes of the public, just better quality, right?
Fair.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's an amazing thing or that's great or that's perfect. I'm just saying I think that's just how Mikel Arteta is. If you don't fit my system and if you don't have or don't possess the specific skill that I'm looking for in that position, I'm not going by you. And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I don't see us going heavily for the Osimens. I don't see us going heavily. And we went for Sesko instead, apparently. We went for Sesko instead and we didn't go for Osimhen. That's why I
Yeah.
think we went for Vlahovic, because if you think Vlahovic and Sesko are similar to what they bring to the table,
Yeah. They're
Osimhen is a
similar
little
playing style.
different. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that's the type of striker he's looking for. I don't think Victor Gyökeres, which I would love to have Gyökeres, but I don't think why for that. I would love to have Victor Gyökeres at the club as a player. But I don't think that
Mm-hmm.
he is the striker
Yeah.
that Mikel is looking for. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind bringing him to the carpet, just like I wouldn't mind bringing Osimhen to the carpet, just like I wouldn't mind bringing Ivan Toney to the carpet. But I mean, it doesn't seem like Arteta thinks these guys possess exactly what we need. Now, granted, I could be chatting shit. One of
Yeah.
them could walk through the door at the end of the window. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I am concerned that we have been linked to another attacker outside of Sheshko, because I do think we need attackers. As far as the
Yep.
midfield goes, there have been rumbles and it's been more and more. Um, I've been hearing more and more rumbles that Timber might be the one that steps into the midfield and
Yeah.
allowing Rice to play the 8. And whether Timber can play the 8, Rice can play the 6.
That's
But
it.
it seems that Timber would be that
The better fit.
left-sided, left-footed midfielder that could work,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Granted, I don't think he has the passing range of Granit Xhaka, but I think he does have the ball carrying ability. Now, there is this rumor that there
Mm-hmm.
is a German currently at the Euros that we will be bringing to the carpet. I don't know what it is. I don't even know if the
German.
rumor is true, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
but it is been in a lot of the spaces, the Arsenal spaces, that there is a German at the Euros that will be coming in to Arsenal before the window closes. Now
Okay.
they say it's Kimmich. One
Okay.
of the guys said it's definitely not Kimmich, and him can't really him can't release the name because for various
Yeah,
reasons.
various
But
issues. I'm gonna
yeah,
get stuff
so
for club.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to gaslight myself into saying, oh, Musiala, oh, Kimmich, oh, one of them.
you know, you
No,
know, you
no,
know the regular thing that, but this is the
exactly.
thing. This is the thing. What I don't really like about where Arsenal is going with this, and this is my problem. You see, and all right, Arsenal had a fantastic season, 2 seasons in a row, understandable, right? The first
Mm,
season, you guys lose Granit Xhaka, and I feel if you guys kept Granit Xhaka, you probably win the league last year because you only did the grip there. You understand what I mean? Declan
mm.
Rice has been an amazing signing, but remember, you guys are building from the back. I don't Declan Rice. He's a fantastic 8, but being a 6, he operates as an extra centre back, not a first phase player. If you know what I mean. Frankie De
Yes,
Jong is a
yes,
first phase player. Frankie De Jong can
yes.
pick up the ball from William Saliba and say, "Okay, it's my turn to play," just like
I
a
agree.
Jorginho, which is where I think Julian Timber should be the 6 because his ball playing ability is amazing, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
But
But this is the thing: Arsenal
again,
are
not
short
to cut
in
you,
two
never
areas.
question, never question.
Oh, okay.
His ball playing ability on the ball, with the ball, I think is good. But what about his release of the ball going forward? Like, because remember, and
Yeah.
I was watching a podcast and Turkish was saying this obsession that people have with the sixes being in the mode of the Rodgers and the Busquets nowadays. You don't understand why, because Rice is just a different type of six. Rice is the destroyer, right? Is
Yeah.
the Makalele type. And I'm not saying he's Makalele, but he's the Makalele
Yeah.
Fernandinho
Make them
type where
understand.
they destroy the play. Now, if we have Rice as being he's a ball carrier. He can carry the ball. He's an elite ball carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And he's an elite destroyer. Timber, is his passing range good enough to be
Mm-hmm.
that athletic Jorginho? Can he break the
Yeah.
lines like that? I know he's good on the ball in
Mm-hmm.
terms of with the ball at his feet, turning out of the half space,
Yeah.
driving the ball forward. I've seen it. He's really good. What I don't know he has is the
Mm-hmm.
passing range that Granit Xhaka had. And I think that's what's missing because remember, it's getting the ball out your feet and pushing the ball forward, with like not necessarily dribbling. That's what Martinelli missed the most of
Mm-hmm.
when we're passing from the back and Martinelli just darts and makes the run in behind.
Yeah.
Xhaka
Granit
could
used
just
to make that
turn
pass
and pin it.
and display that pass. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Understandable.
Xhaka would turn and pin it into Odegaard, and Odegaard would then start the
Would ping it
pace.
to Martinelli. Yeah.
So it's that
Mm-hmm.
quick ball movement from the centre
Mm-hmm.
back to the midfield up to the front line. I know Timber is good on the half turn when turning man and drive with the ball. I know
Mm-hmm.
that, right? Declan
Yeah.
Rice doesn't have that quick turn. He doesn't. However,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either of them have the Frankie Dale line breaking passes, the the cruise type of passes. I don't know if either or the Jacker. I don't know if either one have them. And I
Yeah.
think that's what we're missing on the left side because Odegaard has it on the right side, but we don't have that on the left side. And I think that's what
All right.
I was hoping we could get.
All right. This is my thing, This is my thing. Declan Rice being the 6 is like a girl coming over and you pull the condom before she come over and then she cancel for your last minute. You understand what I'm saying? You're trying to use the protection before you even need the protection, bro. Like, this is the thing. Arsenal is so fantastic with the ball that you don't need Declan Rice as a 6. Here's my thing, though. We are discussing the jury and Timber becoming the 6, right? But here's the thing. Arsenal is so close to being perfect. You have the perfect wingers. You have the perfect centre back pair. You have the Califiori now. You have Ben White now, which is arguably the best right back. Trent my boy. You know that. But Ben
Mm.
White better than Trent. Saliba better than Van Dijk at this point.
Whoa,
Gabriel,
whoa,
best
whoa,
left-sided centre
whoa,
back.
whoa, whoa.
Go on.
No. I don't want to hear that. I don't want that. No. I don't want to hear my ball them in a no conversation with no superstar.
All right,
No, no,
fear.
no.
All right, listen, all right, fear. Me understand, so you don't want to hear that, but facts are the facts. Zin, you have a better defensive unit, but this is the thing.
Mm.
Arsenal is so close to being perfect, where you just need another midfielder and a forward. But this is the thing. You guys will never ever do this because remember the Sanchez and Ozil era. Two more players could have done a lot for you. See? Did Arsenal go out and do it? No. You just keep adding mediocre on top of mediocre when you should have just get something big and just finish it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just my point. So when me I say all right, Declan Rice can be that 8 and he can also be that 6. But come on, bro, like get another top class midfielder. I understand say Mikel Arteta, yes, he more one person to fit in him system, which Manuel Ugarte is ready. You understand? You have players out there. Joe Gomez is also ready. And you guys allowed Douglas Luiz to go to Juventus, which I don't think was a smart move because Douglas Luiz would be like a perfect player to fit to sit beside Declan Rice. Because let's be honest, Declan Rice has had his
I
better
wanted
game
Douglas
with
Luiz.
exactly.
Yeah,
Declan Rice
I
has had
wanted
his
Douglas
better
Luiz.
game sitting beside Jorginho when
Yeah,
Jorginho is holding his hand. You understand what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
Jorginho is that first phase player. I think you guys should have
So
upgraded on Jorginho, not upgraded on Xhaka, which let's be honest, Declan Rice can do the Xhaka role, even though Xhaka is a proper baller. Don't get it wrong. But I think you guys should be focusing on upgrading on Jorginho, which I think Douglas Luiz would be the perfect man. Joao Gomez from Wolves. You understand what I mean? There are players there,
so
bro. But
I have a
you
question
understand?
because we get linked with the baller, and to me, this guy was a ultimate team legend as a starter squad for the past 3 years.
Who that?
Mikel Merino.
Shit.
We've been linked with him. We got linked with him a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched him a lot because when I watch Sociedad, I watch for Zubimendi, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
haven't paid much attention to Merino. He's still highly rated. He's a little older. He doesn't fit the age
Mm-hmm.
profile. However, I think it's time to say screw the age profile because we want to win. No, we have
Yeah.
cornerstones at a certain age going forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine to sprinkle the side with a couple 28, 29-year-olds if you ask me. But
Mm-hmm.
I've heard us being linked with Mikel Merino. He's done well so far. Him don't get a lot of playing time, but he's done well when he has come on so far. Him just scored a
Yeah.
winning goal against Germany. But
That was a brilliant header, by the way.
he's a brilliant header.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player. Again, I don't know to the extent of how well he can play in the 8 role because I haven't seen him that much. I can
Yeah.
say I'm not going to lie about it too. A FIFA make me know him. And the man was a legend in a FIFA because he
Yeah.
was a cheap centre mid where you can put in
Yeah.
a starting squad and he would have just ball out, him do everything, all
Just
action,
ball
box to
out
box,
everything.
everything. Good.
But let's be honest though. One main factor. I think if you're going to go for Mikel Merino, you're better off sticking with Declan Rice because Declan Rice offers you the same thing. Mikel Merino is old school box crusher, meaning like you remember Raja Nainggolan?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
He's like a Swiss Army knife. If you want him to defend, he can defend. If you want him to go forward, he can go forward. But if Arsenal is going to go for somebody from Real Sociedad, I would say go for Zubomendi over Mikel Merino because you already have Declan Rice, which can do the same thing that Mikel Merino can do. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but Zubomendi would be more of a target for you guys instead of Mikel Merino. You understand what I mean?
Mm.
But getting another Swiss Army knife, I don't think that's necessary for Mikel Arteta to do because you already have like 4 Swiss Army knives. You have Zinchenko can play left back, left wing, central midfield,
I
can
can't
do
wait for
whatever.
that brother to live.
Brother. Then you have Tomiyasu, which is another Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
Ben
to
White
me
can
it's
also
just
play.
yep.
Bro, just ease up for the Swiss Army knife. Just take it from Liverpool. We only had James Milner as a Swiss Army knife, even though the sprockets were falling apart. But, we find using speed, we play him left back when necessary. You understand what I mean? But just all you
Mm.
just need is a
Mm.
competent Swiss Army knife, which I think Califiori can be that Swiss Army knife that does not get injured that often as Tomiyasu. Then you move to the midfielder now. I would say just get Zubomendi instead of Mikel Merino. Not saying Mikel Merino is not a great addition, but getting somebody that can do the same thing that Declan Rice is doing is a waste of time. Basically, you just have to give back West Ham 50 million. That way you give. You understand? Just ask West Ham for 50 million back because you just waste money on Declan Rice and basically. You understand what I'm saying? And I just that's the thing. I
All
just
right.
think that
Sure.
you guys just have to upgrade and Jorginho. That's it.
Mm. And yeah, that's what I was hoping the midfielder that would buy is more of a Jorginho profile, right?
Yeah.
More of the deep line playmaker, more of the guy that sits in the pocket, the mid pocket, not the because you have the pocket that's in the final third, but the mid
Yeah.
pocket, as it you call it, the first phase of play,
First phase
where
player.
you
Yeah.
can get the ball turn,
And
if,
turn and make a pass.
or just recycle, get the ball,
Mm.
and then distribute it quickly. Right?
They
That's the player that
just
I
keep it
think we're
ticking.
missing.
Just keep it ticking.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we need a Georgina type with legs, and I think we'll be good. But I think I am a bit underwhelmed the fact that I haven't seen us going for an attacking player. But maybe, and this is just me, maybe we're
mm-hmm.
just seeing Arsenal operate differently now because, again, I'm saying this is the first time in a long time that I've seen Arsenal go after a player that gained his hype during an international tournament. So that's a
Yeah.
difference from what I've always seen. And then
Mm-hmm.
another thing is that there aren't many journalists that know exactly what we want to do in the window. Even David Ornstein said he has no idea what's going on. Maybe Arsenal are just keeping their cards close to their chest this time. And if that's the case,
In
then I
house
kind of
feelings.
rate that. Yeah, if that's the case, then I
Yeah, in
kind of
house
rate that.
feelings. Yeah,
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 I kind
in
of
house
rate that.
feelings. Yeah.
So I can't get upset at that.
Yeah, but you see the thing is what really worries me. Until you guys make a move, I don't think Pep Guardiola will be making a move either. Because let's be honest, you guys are Pep Guardiola's main challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys don't strengthen in certain areas that can be a threat to him, I don't think he has to strengthen or buy any players. I don't think he will be. Because he has Savio coming in from Girona, Jan Kuto coming back from Girona as well. And he has
Mm-hmm.
Tabore coming from Luton. So I think he has coverage everywhere. Because if it's a winger coverage to cover either Foden or Jeremy Daku, we have Savio. You understand what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think he should be fine. But bro, Arsenal just needs to come better. But all I'm saying, Gabriel Jesus cannot fight with Kai Havertz for that forward spot. You understand what I'm saying? I think Gabriel Jesus should be the Swiss Army knife to Martinelli and also to Bukayo Saka to play fight. Let him fight for the winger spots. You understand? Get a proper number 9 to fight with Kai Havertz down the middle. Because how can you have a striker that says scoring goals is not his MO? What?
Yeah.
That's uh,
Well,
that's
if
like
I want
that's
thing,
like
if I want him realize the Arsenal players, them too honest. Because Ramsdale mash up him reputation by saying sometime him can't concentrate. And this man mash up him reputation by saying him don't think scoring goals is his main forte. Like
yeah.
sometimes you can lie and say,
Yeah,
hey, I always
just
have
lie,
confidence
bro.
in myself. Why? But I
Mm-hmm.
saw it go because I think
Yeah.
he was trying to be transparent and he was trying to be a good guy and being honest by saying he knows that he's not the prolific goal scorer, but he is a
Mm-hmm.
guy that has more to his game than
More to
just
his
goal
game than
scoring.
just yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but when you say that we know English is not your first language, but still, brother, you have mindful of what you're trying to say. But so it go. I can't. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know. I
because
don't.
him saying that no is just like a porn star saying, yeah, she like going to work, but she like keeping her clothes on. Like, what the fuck is the use of you? You understand what I'm saying? That don't make sense. Like, how are you a porn star but you fucking clothes on? Like, that don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So you saying that as a striker now, what sense is you for? Like, where you come from? Understand? So that's what
I
I'm
hear
saying.
you, my friend.
He should be coverage on the wings, bro. Let's be honest. Because Trossard is a good player. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? But just
See,
bro,
that's me. I
yeah,
me personally, I don't want to see Trossard on the wings anymore. I want Trossard to be in the
be down the middle.
box. To
Mm-hmm.
the end, it's so when I said not on the wings, right? I
Yeah,
want him to be around the box area, whether it's right outside the box or inside the box, to take the snapshots, to take those shots, because he's our most clinical finisher, right?
all right.
Left foot
Mm-hmm.
or right foot, he is impeccable. He's a great ball striker, very accurate finisher. I don't want to see
Mm-hmm.
him out there in the wing because let's be honest, he doesn't have the pace,
He
right?
doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah.
So me personally, I people say he's a cover for left wing, which he is. I don't want to see him play left wing. That's why I
No,
think if
he's
we're
a
to go
proper false
for
nine.
yeah, if we're to go for I
Mm-hmm.
would say an attacker. I want it to be a winger more than even a number 9. I
Yeah,
want
but
that winger one because Saka can't play a 60 more match. Saka cannot play 60 more match.
yeah.
And then when I want to see Trossard play more than 10 games from the wing for the season. But I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because again,
Mm-hmm.
why not have our most clinical player closer to the
Play down the
box in
middle.
front of the goal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucks,
So
fucks, fucks, fucks.
and that's just me. That's just me. I don't know. Some
No,
may
you do
feel
have a
different
point though. You
about
do
it,
have a
but
point
yeah,
because
he's too good.
I, I'm really like dumbfounded at why Mikel playing man on the left wing because I remember when
Mhm,
Bobby Firmino was about to leave. I didn't think Trossard went to you guys as it, but I wanted Trossard to be the Bobby Firmino replacement, not
mhm,
Cody Gakpo or any of these guys that
mhm.
they're portraying. Even though Diego Jota is good, Diego Jota and Trossard kind of have similar playing styles, but
Yeah.
I know what Diego Jota can do on and off the ball, but Trossard is also like he's a close knit Bobby Firmino, meaning he can
Mhm,
turn, shoot, left foot, right foot. He has the
mhm,
composure on the ball to also pick a pass. Also, you understand what I'm saying? He's,
mhm.
he's the perfect false nine. But you
Yeah.
guys are playing man on the wing like I don't think Arsenal can facilitate two wingers that don't have that much pace. Understand?
Thank you
I
very
mean, don't
much.
get me wrong. Saka has the pace, but
No,
Saka
he has
also
pace,
relies
but
on the overlap from Ben White and Odegaard
yes,
coming short for the ball.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
Martinelli running down that line, being fast enough, that opens another channel. You understand what I'm saying? So
Exactly, exactly.
facilitating solo players that it don't work. It don't
I
work.
agree. I agree. I
Yeah, yeah,
agree.
yeah, but it don't work.
I
Mm-hmm.
agree. So
Yeah, brother. Mm-hmm.
moving on, and I mean, I guess we can stay on the Euros, right? So
Yeah,
we've spoken about some players who we have said that are shining stars. Like you said that Califiori has been doing well.
yeah,
But
he is.
who else would you say have been the standouts so far of the tournament?
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah,
Lamine Yamal.
this kid is
You
I don't
know
know,
who
man.
is two players that are surprising me really. That I watch a lot. Nico
Mm,
Williams from
mm-hmm,
Athletic Club.
mm-hmm,
Brother.
mm-hmm.
I think his pace. You remember when Martinelli just broke through and him run through the
Yeah,
whole Chelsea field?
yeah.
He's frightened me with that raw pace again. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have Granit Xhaka. Did you see Granit Xhaka play in the brother?
I'm
The
being
way he
honest.
was, I'm scared for England. Honestly, I'm
Me
scared
tell
for
you, you
England.
see, but he's struggling with injury, so he might force it. They said he might force it to play, but he's a
Yeah.
doubt. He is a doubt, so that's unfortunate. But
Mm-hmm.
Xhaka has been playing this way for Switzerland for years.
Yeah, facts.
It's
Facts.
just so one,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have the Arsenal performances to bog down his
Mm-hmm.
reputation. That's one. And
Mm-hmm.
again, let's be fair, the last couple years at Arsenal he was actually very good. But Xhaka for Switzerland has always been fantastic. Even
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
go
yeah,
back
yeah.
to
In the
was
Xhaka
it the
performance, real.
was it Euros 20 was it the Euros 21?
21?
Was it
Or
21?
no, 2020. 2020, man. 2020.
2020?
Yeah,
Where
Euros
they knock
2020.
out France?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Euros 2020. Yeah, Euros.
You remember that match? It was the Pogba
Mm-hmm.
Xhaka show. The both of
Brother,
them. Pogba was
this.
imperious and Xhaka was right there with him. And he
Exactly.
has always been this way.
Mm-hmm.
Always been this way for Switzerland. So no
Yeah.
matter what he did for Arsenal, I remember a lot of people were saying why he can't replicate him form for Arsenal. And then him find the right system where Mikel started
Mm-hmm.
using his strengths instead of his weaknesses. Because I think it was Wenger that was misusing him and misprofiling Chaka, right?
Yeah, as a number six.
As a six, as a
Yeah.
lone six at that.
Mm-hmm.
Not even in a pivot, as a lone six.
As a lone
Now, when you
six.
put him further up forward and you
Mm-hmm.
restrict the amount of defending he has to do, so he can literally just play
Mm-hmm.
football, you see that he's a very good footballer.
He's a
Granit
very
Xhaka
good
is a
footballer.
very, very good footballer.
He
And
has a wonderful left foot too. I can believe
yeah,
it.
man.
That's
So
true.
I used to defend him very, 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 very staunchly at the beginning
Yeah.
until I just couldn't defend him anymore. And then now I'm seeing the
Mm-hmm.
play that I always defended prior. So the
Yeah.
last couple years at Arsenal, I was like, yes. And remember, the fans wanted him gone, and then after the last 2 years was praying that he could stay one more year. And then
Yeah,
him
yeah,
leave,
yeah.
go to Leverkusen. We saw what Leverkusen did. We almost
Yeah,
could have just
unbelievable.
renamed them never. We could have renamed them Never Loosen, because them never gonna lose. And then no, he's just replicating all of that form for Switzerland, and he's always been this fun. He's been a fantastic player for Switzerland, and trust me, if Switzerland somehow find a way to win this Euros, give him the Ballon d'Or.
Silence speak volumes. We're moving. But but let's just say like I want him to get rid of this guy Jude-linton, belly goal or whatever this guy name. This horrible baller. Yo, bro, I hate this guy, bro. This guy stinks, bro. I hate
Why
this
the
guy so
world
much.
turn? Why the world turn for him so quickly?
The world
It
is not
is a
turning
football
against
fans
him.
speaking.
No, because Jude Bellingham. This is the thing with Jude Bellingham, right? Jude Bellingham is defeating football and now making it an athlete's game. Jude Bellingham is not a proper footballer. I've watched this guy the entire Euros trying to dribble the ball and falling over the ball, stinking the place out for 90 minutes and then do one thing, which
Listen,
is scoring a goal.
listen.
Hold on. Let me
All
talk.
right.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. So Jude Bellingham stink the place out 90 minutes, scores one goal. Oh, he does this. And everybody should forget everything. Bro, I've watched Oliver Giroud play for Arsenal. Linking player, 1-2, balls around the corner, flicking, linking up with the midfielders. And people was used to say Oliver Giroud is shit. People used to say, Me Too. You remember Me Too? When you used to play for Swansea City that had a fantastic season. Me Too used to can hold up play, turn, 1-2, play football. This guy is an absolute rubbish of a footballer. Then everybody is going to
Jesus
come and try to
Christ.
tell me that this guy is, brother, this guy is a garbage collector, fam. Because,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
he cannot carry the ball, which is one. Number two,
I
all
don't
right,
think he's that bad at carrying the ball, but go ahead.
have you ever seen this dude carrying the ball? He trips
Uh,
over the ball, bro. The
He's
dude,
not that bad. He's not that bad at carrying the
listen, he dribbles like he's wearing a size 14 shoes and you wear size 11. You understand what I'm saying? He trips over the ball 24/7. You understand what I'm saying? This
ball.
guy
All
is
right.
horrible. Other than scoring goals, he's rubbish. The guy is rubbish. This is what I'm trying to say to you. This guy is trying to evolve the game. He's an evolution of the Mason Mount era. That brother is rubbish. Nobody can convince me that brother is a good footballer. You understand what I'm saying? Brother, these new midfielders that cannot take the ball and turn and make a pass. This guy turns to Jordan Pickford the other day, right? Ping a 70-yard ball back to him own goalkeeper, and everybody is, yeah. How is that a good thing for you as a midfielder? You are rubbish, bro. All right, listen. The guy played with Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Rodrigo, Vinicius, Arda Güler. He's playing with all these fantastic players. Of course, he's gonna score goals if he's a box crusher. Correct? Then he goes to England. You have Bukayo Saka. You have Phil Foden. You have Hurricane, Ivan Toney. All these fantastic English players. Of course, he's
That
gonna score
aren't
goals.
playing well either. Let's
But
let's
this
let's give
hold
him
on,
some
hold
grace so
on.
that nobody's playing well in England right now.
I'm not
Nobody.
having dinner. I'm not having dinner, bro. So don't tell me about Grace. I'm not having dinner. What I am saying, bro. This guy is horrible. When he was playing for Borussia Dortmund, everybody know him as the person to hold the CDM's hand and carry the ball forward and sometimes crash the box. Let's not forget, he was averaging 4 goals and 2 assists a season for Borussia Dortmund. He went to Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti, which is the Don of all football, right? Says, all right, become a box crusher. You score 20 goals a season in a La Liga. Nobody know you still play. Fine, do it again another season and you will have my apologies, Sir Jude Bellingham.
Listen,
You're not
listen.
ready. He's rubbish,
All right,
bro.
listen. Let me bring back some perspective after that diatribe. Whatever
All right.
that was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was that number 8 at Borussia Dortmund, where he was doing a bit of everything of all the things you said he couldn't do. Carrying the ball, linking the play, spreading the ball to the wingers, getting everybody involved. Not to the Xavi level, but I'm saying
All right.
Compy was competent at it and he was doing rather well and popping up with the odd goals here and there.
All
You
right.
go to Real Madrid, there is no way in God's green earth under Carlo Ancelotti's system that you're going to play that role with Cruz and Modric still playing football. No way.
You
So
understand? All right, fair.
the only way to fit him in that squad because you spend 100 million on him
100 million and a different and a
is
silly
to
yes.
have him as a back scratcher. No,
Mm-hmm.
tell me a not back scratcher, a box crusher. So you tell me,
Yeah.
why am I going to blame him for capitalizing on the freedom that he has in Real Madrid by surrounded by all these great players? Yet still,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
there are moments when those great players could not find the back of the net, and this guy was the one that found it. I cannot blame him for that. Now, here was what I'm saying. He has been shit. I'm not saying he's been good. I'm not saying that he's been even respectable. He's been shit. But Cole Palmer has been shit. Phil Foden has been shit. Kieran Trippier has been shit.
You can name
Harry
the lot of them.
Kane has been dog shit.
Yeah.
Saka has been shit. Every single England player, and even if more defense, I can say, I don't think Saka has been the worst. I think Saka actually has been probably one of the better English players.
The only bright spot.
Rice had one terrible game, but outside of that has been really good. Right now, outside of that, he's been decent.
Yeah, good level.
Yeah, Mark Gahey has been good as one of the centre backs, and Pickford has been good. So the three players that have been good in the team is Gahey, Pickford. Not just the two of them, just Gahey and Pickford have been good.
That's it.
Yeah, Rice has been decent because he has been good in the 3 games, and then like really poor in 1 game. And Saka has been average to decent. Everybody else has been shit, and Harry Kane has been dog shit. Right? So again, nobody's playing well in this English team. So I can't look at Jude Bellingham and say, bro, this is all your fault. No, bro.
No. This is why I think this is what I think you're getting wrong. I'm not saying this is Jude Bellingham's fault, right? But what I'm also saying is this, right? Every tournament, it's always been Declan Rice, Jude, Henderson, right? Declan Rice, Jude, Henderson. That's the midfield trio that he worked with, right? Why is it now you're trying to find somebody else to partner Declan Rice, but putting Jude Bellingham forward? This is the mental thing that is going on, where is its personal representation, or PR as we call it, forcing the thing that Jude Bellingham
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, but what, all right, so what else could it be? You forcing Jude Bellingham to play as a number 10, also giving him the number 10 when you have Phil Foden in the team. Bro,
that's Gareth Southgate being a dumb. Like he's been literally. Well, we know, brother. We know this.
Having a fantastic season at Real Madrid doesn't guarantee you come to England and play the number 10.
Tell that Gareth Southgate. Why Saka playing left back or left wing back? Tell that to Gareth Southgate. Why are we blaming what these players are doing, or because again, yes, maybe it is his PR that is telling him that he should play up there, right?
Because so you don't have the balls to not.
Thank you very much. Because if this was Carlo Ancelotti as the England coach, he might play box to box next to Rice.
Exactly my point. Then this is what I'm saying. Why so, but have to push forward the PR so he has to play a number 10? Because let's be real, even though Saka got left wing back the other day, Saka still never looked out of place. He looked fantastic playing left wing back.
Didn't. Yeah, he did.
Exactly my point. You understand what I'm saying? Because the players know what the fuck to do, bro. But Gareth Southgate is such an idiot. You're playing Phil Foden on the left wing, right? But he keeps drifting inside to pick up the ball. Jude Bellingham wants the ball but cannot distribute the ball to Harry Kane. So Harry Kane then looks shit because without the ball, Harry Kane is nothing. Without the ball, Phil Foden is nothing. Because their movement is horrible. Most of these England players are playing with the ball. Why you drop Rashford, you drop Jack Grealish? All right, cool, fair. How the fuck you have Anthony Gordon on the bench?
Thank you.
Bro, thank you. This is the thing.
Thank you.
Even if you want to play Saka, right? Cool. Saka is not that pacey, but at least Saka, him never disappoint England in a tournament. So I will never violate Bukayo Saka ever for England in an England shirt. He has never disappointed England ever. But what I am saying, if you have Jude Bellingham playing as a 10, and then you have Harry Kane dropping into the midfield also, who is making the forward runs? You just have Jude as a back scratcher also. But where is the players coming from? If Jude Bellingham wants to be on the ball and then back scratching at the same time, makes no sense. Why not have Anthony Gordon and Marcus Rashford on either wings? That's just raw pace. Harry Kane can play the ball inside, outside. Harry Kane is a fantastic striker, but he's also a proper playmaker. He reminds me. You remember when in Wayne Rooney's last 2 seasons at Manchester United, when he was trying to be a playmaker, but he was also a proper finisher. You understand what I'm saying? Why not use the pace? He puts on Anthony Gordon, which he did a great cameo the other day, where he played a ball into Kobe Mano. Kobe Mano did a heel back pass to Hurricane. He looked beautiful. And then who ruined it? This big idiot, Jude Bellingham, bro. This guy always kills the play. Every time they give the ball to him, he always trip. Bro, wear your size in your shoes, brother. Wear your size in your shoes, fam.
Hey, I don't want to turn this into a Jude bashing because we're supposed to be talking about players that impressed us. And we mentioned Lamine Yamal, and I don't want to wax lyrical about this guy because everybody on the internet has been doing it. But this man is 16 years old and just seems to be making the right decisions every time. And that's what's impressive to me about him. He's making the right decisions.
Waxing lyrically about Lamine Yamal. It's not how he's playing, right? It's at 16, he has put. Let's basically say he's putting all the wingers in the world to shame right now to everything that he's doing. He's the top assister in the Euros at 16 years old.
Yes.
Mind you, he's yet to score, and I'm dying for this kid to score to break the record to be the youngest scorer at the Euros. But let's not forget, this kid knows when to dribble and beat a man. He knows when to just relax the play and pass it back. That's a level of maturity that you cannot have at 16 years old.
That's what impresses me the most about him. It's not just the flash. It's not just... It's the maturity and it's the decision making that I think is really good.
His first touch, bro.
It's silky. It's silky. It's silky.
Bro,
so I mean,
even the he has 2 assists from just cutting inside and just whipping the ball back post. He makes it look so effortless. But all the wingers in the world, you're telling me this 16-year-old kid is putting man like Mo Salah, man like Luis Diaz. All of you experienced guys that play for how many clubs to shame? He's just 16 years old, bro. Granted, he came to the Lamaset.
When you're special. Yeah. When you're special, fam, nothing can say about that. Any other players? I think to me, Arda Güler has been really good. He has been another amazing player. The left back, Ferdi Kadioglu, I think has been I think he's been the best fullback in the competition so far.
I don't see that guy as a fullback. He's too silky, bro.
Kadioglu, he's good, bro. Man. He's good. He's good.
But my overall outstanding player so far is Baumgartner from Austria. Baumgartner, brother. This guy's movement is OP, bro.
He's solid.
He's really good. He's
solid.
So far,
unfortunately, they're out. I mean, I'm Califiori was good, and unfortunately, he couldn't play the last game because of the 2 yellow cards. But as I said, Califiori was good.
Lamine Yamal, Nico,
the centre backs have been good. So I would say Saliba's been good. Ruben Diaz has been good.
Dragusin was amazing too in the group stages.
Yes, Dragusin was good. Yeah, the big boys, the as in the big names for the centre backs has been good. Rudiger had a decent tournament, but I think he was terrible for that goal against that Merino's goal because he lost Merino. Yeah, he lost Merino, and then Merino scored from there. But I mean, the big name centre backs I think performed so far in the tournament. So we can put that.
Let me ask you a question though. Matheus Ligt to Manchester United. What do you think about that transfer?
I think it's relatively low risk, and because I think it's low risk, I think it's a good transfer because again, he's 24, and you're paying what? They're paying what? They're going to pay.
He's 24.
He's only 24, bro.
It feels like this guy's been playing football forever, bro.
remember, he was captain. He captained Ajax at 17.
Yes, because remember he went there with Frankie De Jong to the Bernabeu. Yeah, and then
he's only 24 and he has a lot to prove, and I think he'd want the fresh start to probably just recenter himself. And it's only I think it's max 40 million.
34.
That's not 34, it's what 34.
Yeah, max 34 now.
That's a good price for the Ligt.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure, he's not. His stocks have dropped. However, he's 24, as I said. and he's very experienced for a 24-year-old.
Very.
Yeah, I don't, and he's worked with Ten Hag before. Now, granted, that don't mean shit nowadays with that guy, but
Yeah, that.
yeah,
Ten
I
Hag.
think it's
Yeah,
it's low risk in my
yeah.
opinion. Like I don't say I say that I think it would be a good signing for them. Like honestly,
Proper signing. But this
yeah.
is the thing why I think it would be a good signing. Granted, he's not a Varane cover, but he would also have a point to prove with his injury record because he failed at
Mm-hmm.
Juventus, failed at Bayern Munich. I think he's just
Mm-hmm.
coming to Manchester United for a fresh start to just like kickstart his career again. But he also
Mm-hmm.
has a point to prove, like, yo, it wasn't just me, it was just the injuries. You understand what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
34 million
Mm-hmm.
going for a young centre back, which let's be honest, Manchester United do need centre backs after
They
losing
do
Varane. You
100%,
understand what I mean? Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a low risk situation, but the injuries, I hope he doesn't have any more injuries because he's a good centre back. I kind of like him. I think
Yeah,
injuries have done him. Injuries have done him.
he and he got a bad rep because I don't think his time at Bayern has been that bad. He had good performances and he had
Yeah.
some bad ones. But I mean, I think because remember there are a lot of the Bayern fans that actually don't want him to leave
Yeah,
because
they
they
actually
they, they
wanted
rate him.
Upamecano to leave. They wanted
Yeah,
Upamecano to leave more than him.
I mean, I don't think that guy. I don't think he's a good. I don't think he's a good centre back.
That
But
nigga's rubbish.
yeah, but I mean, and them buy Kim Min Jae and don't even play the brother. Them play him with that. Is it Tuchel? Is it that brother there? Is it Tuchel? When they not gonna start it, that brother there.
Thomas
I don't.
Tuchel engine man.
I don't. It's yeah. We'll move from there.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
to end off this episode, let's discuss the ending of something else.
Yeah.
Um, about 15 years of football were dominated
Mm-hmm.
by two individuals.
The goats.
And have we, with the result today, finally seen the end? And I mean, yes, I think to be fair, it's been probably a year or two coming, but
Yeah.
have we finally seen the end of the Messi-Ronaldo era?
Yeah. I think so. It's over because what it is I see Messi came on the other day against Ecuador.
Mm.
He played against Ecuador. He didn't come on. I think he started,
He
and
started. He wasn't
he
good.
he he wasn't
He
bro.
wasn't good.
And
And then
there's
him tried
there's a
Panenka
lack of
and miss.
interest. Yeah, there's a lack
Mm-hmm.
of interest there. Like you can see, like they have nothing else to prove. Come on, let's be honest, bro. Because even
Yep.
Ronaldo just is just the winning mentality that's driving him at this point. Because
Mm-hmm.
I see him trying to do a foot race with Salim. I don't know what he was trying to do, but that nigga was in his mind he was going 180, but he's just going 5. Saliba was just dragging Messi on the line and just having the ball. Like, let's be honest. Like even though he's more than just having pace still, but that's what we know Ronaldo for: pace, quick movements, and a proper finisher. You understand what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
overall, I think he's just yeah. It's time for them to call it quits. I guess like the opinions of football people are divided off the Ronaldo Messi era. But let's not forget, these guys gave us 15 fantastic years. They made the Manchester United and the Barcelona clash very exciting. El Clasico, they carried that for years because it's not the
Yeah.
same thing after both of them left.
Shit
And
no.
let's look
Mm-hmm.
let's look at it now, right? These
Mm-hmm.
guys were scoring what in a calendar year? What is it? 60 to 70 goals in a calendar year, correct?
Yep. Yep. And
These
one
two
score
idiots,
91.
these two dummies that are fighting for the Ballon d'Or don't even score 25. You know what I'm saying? They don't even score 25. These two top runners, the top runners they claim. Bro, you know what I think they should do this year? Just give it to Lewandowski for all he did back those years. You understand? And just call it quits this year. See if these idiots can do any better. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. But I think they just raised our standard in football so much that we recognize them as goats, but they also raised everybody's standards because when you look at it, in the Messi and Ronaldo era, we had Neymar come through, we had Luis Suarez come through, Edison Cavani, we had all of these fantastic players. You understand what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that era of our football is now dying, where it's becoming now at this game. Rasmus Highland, Garnacho, all of these guys that are coming through that are just athletes, but not the thinking brain of these older generation players. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's a dying art, but the game is also dying with them, if I can be honest, because it's no athletes game. So
I hear you. I hear you. I mean, one is 37 and one is 39. So
yeah,
it's inevitable. Father time is always undefeated, no matter how long no matter how long you prolong the race, and no matter how long you prolong the game. Father time I gonna catch up to you and I'm gonna beat you, and that's
I'm gonna beat you no matter what
just
it is.
no matter what it is, and we're seeing the two of them at declines. One is a bit more graceful in his decline,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean it is a sombering feeling because again I don't think we're going to see two guys dominate the sport
It will never happen
simultaneously
again.
like that. I don't think we're gonna see that. There will be
Not in this
players that
lifetime.
exactly. There will be players that will be maybe the outright best player in the world at some point, but to see two
Yeah.
of them raise the bar to unprecedented levels and we're better because of each other. I don't think we're gonna see that again. I need to speak to this.
Mm-hmm.
I get stick the other day from some of my bridge in our group chat because
Why?
this one bag of ball in we see Cristiano put down. It I don't know about that.
So you get sick because of what? No.
Because I call out the brother because you know when the man
You
missed the
ridicule him
penalty.
for missing the
Yeah,
penalty?
no, it's not the missing the penalty.
It's the crying after
It's
he missed
the
the penalty.
balling, and there's still more match for play.
The only reason them ridicule is because you're probably not by the underpants.
Because
Because you're not by the underpants, bro. So
because me I
maybe
say
because of
brother,
that.
because me I say to myself,
Yeah.
is not that him ball is the reason because
Ah.
I've played the sport at and my name is say I play at a high level. I play the sport at a level where it is competitive. I'm play competitive ball. And when me lose my semi-final, my ball, I never lie to you. Me score a hat-trick in my semi-final, I will lose. And my ball, me ball. So losing at the end of the match is normal. I understand that. Cause you want to win. But for start ball in the huddle, I get ready for the second half of extra time.
Yeah, cry.
Brother, I cry as the captain, bro. Come on,
That is not a leader
come
mentality.
on, bro.
All right,
Come
all right.
on, bro.
This is the thing. This is the thing, right? You as the captain and the leader, you missed the penalty. You're supposed to be the first one to be say like, all right, come on, get there, let's get it again. But
Thank you.
you're crying as a grown man where you have done it before, you have seen it before. What are you crying for? What are you crying for? Just by him crying, he could have just killed the entire mood in the changing room
He
and just
could have.
he could
He
have.
could
He
have.
could have. Let's be
And
real.
I will say credit to the rest of that Portuguese team for
Yeah,
picking
for
him
helping
up.
him push forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for picking him up when he needed it. Diogo Costa, all the penalty kick takers, Bruno Fernandes, them man,
Yeah, fuck.
them hold them nerve for him. And man, like it kind of as I say, I am a unashamedly Messi supporter in terms of who is my favorite baller. I'm afraid for telling nobody some Messi are my baller.
Yeah.
Over the years, I have grown to appreciate Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm a kind of lose off of him for that little bit. My name not lie to you.
Yeah, but I tell you, bro, until you see if he did have on one underpants, you probably would understand why him cry. But but because let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. The man is out of place in the Portugal team right now. It's like you taking Mia Khalifa from the porn industry and putting her on CBS News. That don't make no sense. Like she out of place. That's not, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not a line of work.
Oh,
What is Mia
God.
Khalifa doing on the CBS News, bro? He's not, bro. Because he cannot make a proper run. He's a detriment to the Portugal team. Because I believe if Gonzalo Ramos or Diego Jota started that forward line, Portugal score way more
No,
goals.
I think Gonzalo Ramos is garbage still. That's just me. But
Yeah, but he's a better forward. At this point, let's be
yeah,
honest. Let's be
he
honest.
can run.
Yeah,
He can
yeah.
run. So But yeah, but that was just I just saw that and it just I don't know me never like see it and it's
Infuriate
not
me.
so- it's and it's the fact that he's the captain. He's supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to lead you know, the Portuguese, players to, the next round, carry them forward, you have
Yeah.
the nation on your back and stuff like that. They're bad, in the huddle. Not before the match, like, not before the match
Yeah,
done, bro. Like,
the man
come
is like a
on.
grown child, bro. He's just looking for attention, bro. Like, come on,
It's,
brother.
it's,
You
it's
missed the
crazy.
penalty. How many penalties has Ronaldo missed in his career? Allah. Like, come on, bro. Move on from. You
Yeah,
missed the
like,
penalty. What are you crying about?
no, I want to say I respect him though because him scored the one in the shootout and him apologized to the fan. Fine by me. I thought that was classy. But the balling before I was like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I didn't me never like that. And then it's the same thing with Messi. Messi missed him penalty and he was angry instead of sad about it.
Yeah,
I've
kind of
seen
cry.
I,
Like,
I've
come on,
seen
bro.
Messi ball. I have seen Messi ball
Mm-hmm.
after the match done.
After the
And
match done,
I've seen
he feel
Ronaldo
emotion.
ball after the match done. And trust me, as I said, Ronaldo's crying after matches finish when they lose. That never make me lose respect for him. Because I
Yeah.
understand that.
Man crying
But the
during the
man
game, though,
ball
bro.
during come on, bro. The
That
last
was
time
it.
I saw that from the captain was William Gallas, and nobody can tell me nothing about that, brother. I will never rate that ball ever again. Never.
William Gallas.
Never. William Gallas. Never. I will never rate that ball ever again. That
No,
man
it's
is the
just about career
worst
number
captain
10.
in the history of Arsenal Football Club. The worst captain in the history of Arsenal Football Club.
That's a
I will
statement.
never rate that, brother. Never. Never. Never.
Flamini? Flamini?
Brother, William Gallas is the worst captain in the history of Arsenal Football Club.
Eh.
You, as a captain, sitting in the middle of the pitch at the ball, in the middle of the match. Worst captain I have ever seen play for Arsenal Football Club.
This, this,
100%.
this, this, not to revert the whole conversation. This is why I
Mm.
think Arsenal needs to get one of them bad man baller. You understand what I mean? Like, get back another bad man baller because you see, Granit Xhaka, last year, Granit Xhaka make sure the Arsenal players not take bullshit, bro.
Mm.
Not take bullshit. Yes, this is what Kai Havertz gained my respect in the Newcastle game last season, where he ran and just gave Guimaraes that elbow in his head back. You understand what I mean? Because he saw the Arsenal players get bullied. If Granit Xhaka was playing, Granit Xhaka wouldn't stand for that.
Yeah, you would.
Because
You would.
I remember what I did blame Granit Xhaka for was the game where
Anfield.
Liverpool Anfield where he provoked Trent. You don't go to Anfield and do that. You never ever do that. Don't come to Anfield and ever do that ever in your career ever. Because
Well,
once that
we
comes
can
in
say
fire,
no
it's over.
because I feel Anfield and Klopp was the match made in heaven, right? Let's
But
see what
say
this
it again.
ballad. Let's see what this ballad Dutch manager from the Dutch league going do.
Yo, lower from manager, bro.
I'm
Lower
I'm
from
just
manager.
I'm just saying he's a
Yeah.
ballad Dutch manager from the Dutch league. Where have I heard about this before?
No, you really want to go there?
I'm just saying. I'm just
This is
saying.
it. This
I'm
this
just saying.
this is it. This
I'm
is the
just saying.
thing. He's nothing like Ten Hag. He didn't come in and say eras come to an end. You understand what I'm saying? He just picking up the torch. Cause let's be real. This bald idiot down the road. He has a clue what he's doing. Hell no. Because this man let Jadon Sancho go and Marcelo Sabitzer. Both ended up playing in a Champions League final. Mind you, he ended up winning a trophy with Manchester United only because Rodri and Pep and his boys went for a drink for winning the Premier League. So let's be honest. He won a pity cup. You know what I mean? And they're acting as if like, oh, Ten Hag just saved everything. Like, come on, brother. Come on, it won't work out. It won't work out. I expect to see him gone by December.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, we have come to a close
Mm-hmm.
of the third episode of the Ball and Knock podcast. Please, guys, if you
Mm-hmm.
have gotten this far, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and
Yeah.
we are on our way. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers. Just get to 50, and then we
Just
push
touch
to
our 50 first.
100. And we just we're trying to get our name out there. We're trying to get amongst the circles.
Yeah.
But Thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, I am your host Tete and this is my co-host
Dilford.
Sir
Bless.
Dilford. And
And the
we
legend.
are out. Ladies
I
and
think
gentlemen, have
peace
a
and
good
safety.
one. Yeah man.
Mm-hmm.
Big up on yourself.